Alright lads, so this morning we got an all-star written banner featuring some pretty good selection of characters, I will be honest. We spoke about it yesterday. I don't think it's like the worst banner to summon on, at least do the discounted steps. Do wait for the upcoming mid-month to be revealed first. But I want to do a challenge video for today, because right now we do have access to the QUINCY Senkaimon quest, where you want to bring 9 characters in particular. And coincidentally, we have a banner with 9 QUINCY characters, so we're going to find out, can we beat the Senkaimon quest using these 9 specific characters? Realistically, the only tricky part here is that we have to use 4 normal attack damage characters. It's going to make it a tad bit awkward, but maybe we can make it work. Let's find out. So for stage number 1, we're going to start off using Menina, more so because she's probably the worst character in this banner when it comes to Senkaimon content. She's a normal attack damage character, but she doesn't have any guard break, so it's going to make clearing, especially in under a minute, super difficult. So 2 minutes gives us a bit more leeway when it comes to using a character like this, and for the most part, she is max transcended, but since we do have level 3 defense stat on the 6th slot, essentially in terms of normal attack damage output, it's only a 2-5 Menina, level 10 attack, level 10 focus. We do, however, have to use 2 accessories this time around, so we're just going to go for Golden Chappie and also normal Chappie. So I think our game plan here is to pretty much just use normal attack damage characters for the very easy stages and save the strong attack damage characters for the later stages. But even then, the normal attack damage characters that we are going to use, despite them only having Flurry +1, you know, outside of Guild Quest, it should still be relatively fine. Like, some of them have actually really good damage outputs, despite the lack of Flurry too. And they have a good kit. Most of them, for example, having a team boost. So, again, Menina right now is just the more awkward one, since we have to use strong attacks to break guards. But, I mean, it's kind of fine to begin with, to be fair. Right now, we are just using strong attacks to knock them over, just to get free hits in, without worrying about taking any damage. So, we would likely have been using strong attacks anyway, but I guess there's an example of an enemy actually somewhat not breaking the guard because they actually dodged. We do want to make sure we stay at full stamina, though, since 3 of our soul traits are giving us more damage when at full stamina. But other than that, it's going quite well, just on the slower side, but that's why we're using her right now while we have 2 minutes to go. Should be 2 more waves, and the Sorbum at the very least is going to apply a debuff, and that would ensure we finish the final boss relatively quick. Pretty quick, actually, to be fair. And the confusion should hopefully trick Ichigo to not attack us straight away. Let's find out. Sorbum. Let him use... Does he use any attack? He does. I mean, we lost our full stamina. That's fine, though. Flashed him out the way. Lovely. We can take damage now. As long as we stay above, like, 70%, we're fine. Maybe 50. The 15% dodge is coming through. There we go. Well, probably would be, unironically, maybe the toughest challenge of today's video. We've gone ahead and done it. Menina's not a bad character. She's a bad character, never mind. She's good in Brave battles, for the most part, but... you know, in terms of Senkaimon content, lack of guard break really does hurt a character like this. So our next rule is going to be ranged attack damage ×2. So with that in mind, I do want to go ahead and use a character like Rubber. Might as well. He should be able to clear in 90 seconds, especially with the range damage ×2 and the fact that he also does have guard break. That pretty much means we only have 2 more normal attack damage characters used. And again, Rubber is a character I will honestly praise. Like, I never expected Robert to be this cool in Brave Souls. I wouldn't have minded if he wasn't a normal attack damage character, but I mean, it kind of just fits the bill. He's like, he literally shoots a gun. But gameplay-wise, too, he plays very smooth. Like, his nat string comes out super fast. It's a melee beam, so, like, it just absolutely deletes anyone in its way. Look how fast we're clearing this. Like, of course, the 2 times damage output is helping out here, but, you know, Robert's not bad. Honestly, Robert is not bad. Does the summon do anything? I don't think it does. It doesn't. We just gotta make sure we dodge that. There we go. And then let him attack, dodge once more. Robert making very quick work of stage number 1, mission set 2. Not too bad. 37 seconds. I probably honestly could have used him in a later stage, and that would have been maybe even better. So we might have to come back for this character if we really need him. For stage 1, mission set 3, at this point, we definitely have to start using strong attack damage characters because we do need to clear in under 1 minute. An SP character like this, I think, starts to shine a bit more because while we can't use accessories, we can at least get full strong attack recharge. With that in mind, we're probably going to use our worst strong attack damage character of the video, that being Esno. He is the oldest, so it's kind of fair. But we do have a 2 times range damage bonus, so we should be fine. Let's find out. SA1 is going to be pretty good, yeah. We're chilling. We are absolutely... maybe not actually, because we have a minute. And if we're making mistakes like that, it's not going to be too good. But we're just going to have to make the most out of that SA1 and just line it up to get the most damage of it. Good first stage. Let's go down here. SAE 3. No SP boost, unfortunately. So we have to back up. Now, I could use the SAE 2 there. But I want to make sure when we do use that SAE 2, we have the SP boost. Because otherwise, we're just wasting damage output. But now we're looking good right now. Someone is going to apply weakening. And for the most part, this is only especially level 1. As not, we have removed some of the Transcendence. Do I even need to use the Soul Bomb? If we get a status proc on the SA1, we won't need to. And we can easily dodge this Soul Bomb. SA1, push back. Can we get the proc now? There we go. We literally just got it. We could have probably one-shot him, at least two-shot the character had we got the weakening proc from our first use of the strong attack 1. But I guess we'll make it hard on ourselves by not using the Soul Bomb. Regardless, though, Esnot is able to be known in a minute. That's stage 1 done. Let's move on to stage 2. So for our first set on stage 2, we might have get Mask out of the way. The character is basically 2-5 in terms of damage output, attack, and also focus at level 10. He does have guard break though, so he isn't going to be as slow as Meninia, but I don't think he's going to be nearly as fast as a character like Gremmy, who we might save for mission set 3 when we have to use 0 links. But can this character clear pretty fast? Hopefully. I mean, we have 2 minutes, so which can I chill him? So once James comes through, the boost is active. We are looking good right now. As long as we don't take any damage, we'll be continuingly doing more damage, you know? Some good back range on that normal attack. We'll take it. There we go. Maybe we could save him for a later stage. Because I think there's a range damage bonus. I think stage 2, mission set 3, as far as Quincy Tower is concerned, has always been one of the more difficult ones. Okay, just make sure we take no damage here. Even if we do, we might be fine. We have plenty of time to spare. The only tricky part right now is going to be the Yoruichi, as she does have a pretty high damage Soul Bomb. I don't think we're immune to paralysis, or we're... I mean, that's not good. My flash step button is kind of all over the place right now. But as long as we don't take damage on the Soul Bomb, we should be good. Oh! Hold on. What's the percentage? We're good right now. We're good. She didn't actually damage us. I mean, she did, but we're still above the threshold. So definitely the play here to use demasculine. Let's go on mission set 1. If we do use Gremmy in mission set 3, we should be better off because he does have a vortex, so that should keep us safe for the most part. That was risky there. We were just above 70% stamina, so we barely just cleared that. For mission set 2, the enemies have 2 times attack. That's not going to matter for us, though. We aren't taking any damage. And we can only use 1 link. So in this case, I feel like Basmi might be one of our better characters here. Especially with the fact that we do have a Swiper Killer. And the trap effect should be able to do some pretty good damage. Lock the enemy in place for a brief time, so we can do 80% more damage to burning enemies. In this case, we have 1 minute and 30 seconds. I don't think this character is immune to paralysis. Maybe this wasn't the play, but the idea is that we are going to try and gain some distance against Yoruichi. And maybe even just kill with the Sovereign, all honesty. Again, trap effects like this are actually pretty good for single content. And you can see the new change that recently happened, that the trap effects have more AoE now thanks to the Havoc skill, which is actually pretty good for a character like this. So, really right now, this is the biggest struggle. Whether we take a hit on the Soul Bomb or not. Can we just summon right? Oh! I did not expect Basby's Soul Bomb to hit that hard. That made it super easy for us. We'll take it. Because, yeah, if Yoruichi got the Soul Bomb off and actually hit us, that likely would have been over. That's mission set 2, though, and now comes the real challenge. So the enemies now have double normal attack damage. We can't use any character links, but we are going to use Gremmy. So let's instantly use the SA1. That's going to keep the Vortex active. And with Gremmy, the idea is that we're just going to have the... You know, maybe this actually is still too slow. We do have killer effect here, so that definitely does help, but we'll see how it goes. We might not need too long on the actual enemy stage. As long as we clear each stage in like 20 seconds, we're kind of fine. We're a tad bit behind now, but we'll keep it going. We just got to make sure we get all the hits in. Make sure we don't take any damage ourselves. Oh, a bit slow there. Definitely pushing it here. But we're going to save our SA2, the Vortex, to hopefully stop Yoruichi in place. It's going to be a tough one. Might not be able to do it. Does someone do anything? I might need to give the character weakened defense. Damn! Okay. Wasn't expecting to get one shot like that. That's crazy. Okay, we're definitely going to give him Lung Stride and also weakened defense to help us out a tad bit. The question is, though, can we even get enough hits off? So let's get one hit in, then Soul Bomb, then SA2, and then get all our normal attacks off. Come on. One more hit. There we go. We actually surprisingly did it. We'll take it. The damage on Yoruichi if she used a normal attack is crazy, ridiculously high. So there we go. 5 seconds to spare, but we just did it using Gremmy. And at this point, we're basically on the home stretch, stage 3, where we now get to use 3 Spiritual Pressure units, so should be pretty easy. We're going to start off with the weakest of the 3, that being Candice. Just outside of Guild Quest, her damage output isn't nearly as high as, you know, Bambietta and also Sangdu. Probably going to save Sangdu for the final stage. We'll see how it goes. But Candice should be pretty good here. Her increased stat as an enchant is only 2 Soripers. But, you know, in this case, any strong attack character, when fully built, is going to be able to breeze through this stage, especially when we have 2 minutes to go. We, again, probably could change our order, use any character here. I'm going to play a safe dial. I won't take any damage. As I take damage, okay, that kind of sucks. We lose a lot of damage here, but we're already, like, decently far in. That damage fall off is quite noticeable. That is crazy. Let's just keep it going, though. We only have a few more bosses to go, or a few more enemies. And you know what? It's fine. We have like, what, a minute to spare? Just make sure we don't go below 70. There we go. So a minute on the boss with our Soul Bomb should be relatively easy. We're going to find out. So what's the damage looking like when we actually inflict the stat ailment? If we can inflict the stat ailment. Again, no increased chance. There we go. We're definitely going to say Bambietta for last because she has status advantage. Or killer advantage against the final boss. Someone did some pretty good damage though. Let's back out the way. Oh, luckily for us, we are immune to paralysis. Candice wasn't too bad there. Would have actually played faster there had we not taken any damage. But 2 more stages to go. 2 good SP, better SP characters coming up. Especially with the bonuses here. 2 times strong attack damage is going to make this even easier. We do have to limit our accessories, but it's fine. I mean, once we build up this gauge, Sangdu's basically going to have Frenzy +3. He's going to clear fast. Let me just bring this enemy down here, though, while I use my SA3. That should hit. There we go. We also get a tad bit faster. Sangdu's actually pretty good for Senkaimon content. I would like to say so. Because the recharge that you get once the gauge activates really good for, you know, time trials like this where you're against the clock, essentially. And in his case, once he does activate the gauge effect, he does get an additional Sprinter +2. So if you give him Lung Stride, which we haven't done here, it's going to be even better. Oh, damn, look at that damage. Really, really good. Sangdu's crazy. And that boss was a technique character too. And this is the reason why you save the best for last. You struggle in the earlier stages, you use your weaker characters, and then in some cases, if we save too good of a character for a final stage, the final stages start to become super trivial. And that therefore means our last character is Swimsuit Bambietta, only 1 accessory. That's perfectly fine though, because Bambietta does have a pretty good damage output, and also the increased stars of enchant against the Rankas with the Aranka Killer. So we're going to make quick work of these stages. I'm still going to play it safe though. We do not want to get paralyzed, for example. Damn, are we done? Hold on. I guess this is going to make it a bit more difficult for us, because we've lost our full stamina. But no, it's still perfectly fine. There we go. There we go. So pretty cool that you can actually just summon on this banner, and every character you get, you can actually make work and beat the QUINCY SENKAIMON stage. Now, we made it bad for ourselves there by using a Soul Bomb right when our SP boost wore off. But nonetheless, we still beat it. And with plenty of time to spare, basically 30 more seconds. So there you go, all 9 characters you can summon right now in the QUINCY banner can be used in Senkaimon for each individual slot. Again, I overall thought this banner was pretty decent. Definitely not a must-summon by any means like we spoke about yesterday, but I wouldn't mind if they did more affiliation selections, which they kind of used to do in the past, especially now with the Senkaimon towers existing. Having something like that for, you know, no affiliation or holo, I think unironically wouldn't be a bad idea. Would those be worth summoning on? It would really depend on the character selection. Probably won't be nearly as good as this, which features like actually relevant good characters that you can use in a lot of places and excel in guild quests. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed that short experiment challenge video, I guess. I am currently on holiday while I upload this, but you might not even notice it because we do have videos planned daily, and we should hopefully be able to talk about the upcoming live stream that will be happening on the 15th, so hope to see you lads there. Either way, see you lads next time, take care, and peace.